AEW Grand Slam Mexico. Where do we begin? I haven't watched an AEW event in a while, and since we started Jackknife Wrestling, I've been staying in tune with wrestling. I've been trying to, figure it out, try to get back into it. And I watched SummerSlam, I watched Monday Night Raw, and this is the first week I've watched AEW. And let me tell you, Grand Slam Mexico, this was an extended Dynamite. And let's start off with the first match. We had the 8-man tag team. Now, it was cool. It was all right. It was setting the pace. Not that bad. Wrestling was on point. Looked pretty good, not going to lie. But it wasn't that entertaining. You can obviously tell that, Cope and Cage are getting older. The other guys are good. Moxley, obviously good as well. But it was a beginning match. Not too shabby, but it felt good. It was better than some mid-cards in WWE. Now let's get over to Andrade, Komander, and Tommaso. Now let me tell you, this was a pretty good match. Not bad. There were some moves I was like, damn. And let me tell you, Komander, what a hell of a luchador. This man takes risks. This man takes chances far beyond what WWE does. When I watch WWE, I understand that it is more refined, more choreographed, and so on and so forth, where I feel like AEW, they take chances, they take risk, they are wrestling, more so than glorified choreographic dancers. But let me tell you, Komander, what a hell of a performance he did. He kept me watching that match, I'm not going to lie. The other guys, they were good, they're all right. And then MJF came out and pretty much butchered Andrade, which is pretty funny. That was a pretty good promo. But let's get into it. Now we're going to go to the trios match with the women, where they got the CEO, and then they got Willow. Now this match, this is actual women wrestling. Nobody cares about their beautiful looking or so on and so forth. No offense to these ladies, but they all look like wrestlers. Like they were wrestling. You know what I mean? Like they were pretty damn good. I was actually entertained watching this. It was pretty impressive. Shout out to those guys. They put on one hell of a performance. And Willow taking out, Mercedes, pretty good, not gonna lie. And then we're gonna go to Kyle Fletcher and Speedball Bailey. My God, Speedball Bailey, the man with the mullet. My Jesus, this guy. He got lawn darted into a barricade that did not move. I thought he was dead, but he still buckled through. He still did what he had to do. Kyle Fletcher taking tons of blows, tons of insane stuff. Speedball taking crazy stuff. A lot of action, fast pace, everything you could want in a wrestling match. My hat's off to the AEW International Championship match. Pretty awesome. And then we're going to go to the trios match where my man Chris Jericho came out as the Lionheart, which is pretty awesome. A throwback to what he used to be back in the day. And then you got Darby Allin. And then you also got the Don Callis family. Don Callis family was kind of mid. Not going to lie. This match was pretty good. It had a couple spots here and there. It's everything you would expect from all these legends. Now let's get into the AEW Trios Championship match. That was a pretty decent match. A lot of high flying, a lot of crazy stuff. You got Hangman Page, you got Brody. Them guys were tearing it up. They ended up winning, which I'm not going to lie is pretty good. Better than the Demand. And then this guy, which I don't really know his name off the top of my head. You can put it in the comments. He literally picked up all three of these guys on his back and literally body dropped them, which was kind of impressive. I'm not going to lie. Last time I seen that, it was John Cena doing it to the Big Show and another person, but that was pretty damn impressive. And then you got Statlander and Persephone. If I said that wrong, I apologize. This match, not too bad. Like I said, the women wrestling in AEW is a hell of a lot tighter than the WWE, in my opinion. Especially watching SummerSlam and watching Monday Night Raw. I can tell you that the women matches I watch in AEW were absolutely amazing, pretty damn good. And let's get to it. The Mexico City street fight between Ospreay and Mark Davis. Nothing Nothing like the WWE street fight. That one was child's play with Royce Keys with the blood capsule hanging on the damn ground, looking stupid. That was terrible. That was like a PG street death match. It was a sad death match. Now you're talking Will Ospreay, Mark Davis, Mexico City street fight, and that's exactly what it was. Hell, they even had Ospreay, and they powerbombed him onto a fan, which was pretty insane. And then, not to mention Ospreay stabbing the hell out of him with a fork, actually making him bleed without him like having blood capsules or nothing. My God, let me tell you, for a Dynamite event, now this was not a pay-per-view, even though all these titles were on the line, which that alone was pretty damn impressive. I gotta give this an 8 out of 10. I mean, my God, if this is what a show is like in AEW, wow. I'm not gonna lie, wow. I look forward to watching more AEW events. So we'll see what, this Saturday brings with AEW. But my God, Grand Slam Mexico, 8 out of 10. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend watching it. This thing is wild. Watch the highlights. Anyway, I'm Jackknife Wrestling. Subscribe, like, and comment for more wrestling content.